Paramount back in the 70s, so he designed our original trams. In 2000, we added these onboard video systems, and the cool thing about having the video on board, now when we're driving around the studio and we're passing by the sets, I can show you scenes from movies and television shows up on the monitors that have used the sets that we're going to be driving right next to.
For TV shows and movies have transported audiences anywhere the imagination can take you, even to a palatial mansion in Bel Air.
When we film Bel Air, we love coming out of the sound stages and seeing the trams filled with excited guests as they drive by.
So, keep an eye out.
You never know who
or what
you'll see on the studio tour.
Bel Air streams on Peacock. That's a streaming service. Turn off the sound because we're about to pass by where they're doing the production. There is a big mural in front of the tram on the left, and they're doing some scenes on the other side of it. So I'll turn off the sound for a moment until we get inside of a sound stage. So have your cameras ready. I'll be right back.
I put it on. Laki ng gastos nila, no? I-build nila yan.
That's awesome.
Studio first moved to California, they were built for silent movies. And the sets have undergone refurbishment many times over the years. They've been moved around to different parts of the backlot. These sets are still used for productions. Over the years, this is where we made movies that starred cowboys like John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, Kirk Douglas, and Clint Eastwood. The people that you see walking here, they're with Brogan. Brogan is in the blue jacket right there. He's one of the VIP guides. So if you take a VIP tour, every now and then you get off the vehicle, you walk around some of our backlot sets. These are some of the cowboys that filmed out here.
Maybe you're just gonna stir things up here. That I am.
Dare you hit that man?
Mine hit the ground first. Mine was taller.
And then when we leave the Old West, we move into a little Mexican village set. Back in the 80s, this was used for the comedy Three Amigos with Steve Martin, Martin Short, Chevy Chase. The Paramount film Nacho Libre with Jack Black, also filmed out there. And they had just recently used both of those sets, both the Old Western Town and Little Mexican Village. They were shooting some interviews with the director and the cast of Wicked. And the director of Wicked John M. Chu got his start here at Universal, but probably not in the way that you think. Not by directing a Universal television show or a Universal movie, because many years ago we had a show in the theme park called Screen Test Comedy Theater, where volunteers were selected from the audience to participate in the live production demonstration, and then guests could take home a video of their production. And if you look closely at the scene in the cast of this old Western bank robbery, that's little 8-year-old John Chu as the frightened security guard. One of the shows that films here on the lot is The Voice. And The Voice just recently finished The Good Place out in this Barber backlot with Kristen Bell. Whenever you saw the characters walk around outside The Good Place, they'd use these sets. If you've never seen an episode of The Good Place, it's possible you'd seen these same sets in our 1930s and 1940s black and white horror films. Because this is the village in Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. Dracula, the Wolfman, the Mummy, the Invisible Man, all those movies would have a scene with a big mob of angry villagers. And they would march through the village. They're hunting down monsters, played by Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney, Claude Rains. This is Little Europe.
He's in the woods. Get out the blood house. Raise all the men you can, lock the women indoors, and wait for me. Are you ready?
Subway station, and in the scene, apparently there's been an accident where the ceiling has collapsed and landed on the subway track. We're going to stop inside the stage for a moment when we get all 4 cars in, giving you time to get some pictures. This is what's called a hot set. And that means right now, all of the equipment is placed where they want it to be for the shot. So they don't want any crew members to come in and move anything, because if they move some of the equipment, it's possible they could ruin one of the shots that's already been set up. There's a track on the left side of the tram, runs back and forth. They built 2 cars of a subway train, and they can roll that set back and forth on the track to get some shots. Oh! Hold on! We just had an earthquake! Oh no! Has a window. It's not fair. That's a perk right there. Captured that one yet. Oh, that's coming towards us. Mister, this beach is closed. There's another shark. You all right? Oh. The shark ate him! Yay! This is a really old dock that we're driving across. So everybody please remain seated while we stop behind these barrels filled with gasoline. The shark took the dock. Sharks underwater, it doesn't seem to just came face to face with Bruce. That's the name the crew gave the shark when they were filming Jaws. Next year, that movie turns 50 years old. That came out in June 1975. Steven Spielberg directed the film, and he had a lot to do with our attraction being built in 1976.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would...
We've got a bumblebee. On the right side of the tram, they're striking some of these sets, meaning they're taking them down. We had been using them as part of the Terror Tram for Halloween Horror Nights. This area was Enter the Blumhouse, where we had characters from the Blumhouse films walking around like Black Phone, The Purge, and Megan. They had built the sets right in front of the Bates Motel from Psycho. The Bates Motel is run by Norman Bates. He lives in that house at the top of the hill. We're going to drive right by it. And before we get to it, we're driving by our official scale model of the Hollywood sign off to the right, dressed up for the upcoming holiday season. Norman Bates lives in the house right in front of us. He doesn't live alone. He lives with his mother. And Mrs. Bates normally sits in a chair, and she stares out of her bedroom window from the second floor watching trams drive by. So you might catch a glimpse of Mrs. Bates as we're driving past the house.
Where?
Oh, Norman's home. Norman, get them. Get them. They pulled up right in front of us. Get them. Now look happy to see us.
You know what you have. Bye, Norman.
Right behind the Psycho house, there's a set of a crashed airplane and a destroyed neighborhood. This is a set that was built for the filming of War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. Paramount film.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision of Steve.
This one.
To sit down to talk about War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Down close. Robbie, get in. Get in.
Park, owned by former child star Ricky Jupe Park.
Look at their screen.
Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the UFO hotspot. What's a bad miracle? Welcome to the world of no.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the one. So guys, thank you for watching. If you made this far, thank you. I really appreciate it. So for my next vlog again, okay? This live from Universal Studio.